J-Drone here. Check it out. This is the monster Aton, and we're gonna give this a fly. But not just giving this a fly, we're using an aftermarket battery that I've tested once, and I got like 21 minutes of flight time on it. 11.1 volts, 4,000 milliamp an hour, and I thought I seen a C rating on this. I guess I don't see a C rating on this. Yeah, 25C. Bam! Open your eyes, J-Drone. So that's what we're gonna be doing here. We'll go over basic setup, and I believe these wires are a little bit long that this doesn't completely close, but that's not an issue. So what we're going to do here is let's stick this in here. We're going to turn on your controller first. Make sure your stick's all the way down. We're actually going to turn it off and then turn it back on. Stick wasn't all the way down, stick's all the way down. Then we're going to connect this. Get some chiming noise. We're going to put this in there. We're going to try to close this. I'm pretty sure this doesn't close all the way. Or it might. No, might not. It's close. They're there. It did close all the way. Maybe the last time I was out is just super cold, and I didn't really want to fidget with it. But as you can see, it is closed, which is cool. So here, we're waiting for lights on the rear to go steady. The one that's blinking is satellite. Once the satellite goes, the one to the right of it is your home position. Your home position will lock. Till then, we're basically staying out here and check out J-Drone's environment. Yes, snow is melting. Dude, yesterday it was so nice, man. It was so nice out, and then it got cold again. It's supposed to rain. It's below like 40 degrees, and we can talk on camera. Bamzo. It's like, it's close to 40 degrees. It's like probably 38 degrees with wind. It's supposed to rain, which, who knows, it might even snow. And we are dealing with a little bit of wind. It's actually blowing in this direction, so we will try to face that direction while we're flying. That way you guys aren't getting wind blasted in the microphone. And it's still waiting here. It's still blinking. We'll go ahead and just, bam, it just stopped. Bam, so see how the lights are clear? So then what you have to do over here, this is the fire motor button. This is your mode button. Let's see. That says fast. I don't know if you can see at the bottom. That says expert. And that is film mode. So you got film, fast, expert. We're going to start off in film, which is essentially full GPS, and go from there. So here we go, guys. Let's see our time mark, since this is a timed run. We'll keep talking for another 8 seconds. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam. Motors are fired. We're gonna lift up. As you can see, she's sitting. This is a full GPS quad. This thing can go into, I believe, Acro, and also your sport mode, your second mode. But dude, look. Let's see. There. When that beeping stops, that's your center point, I think, and that means she'll just sit there. And if we go up, your beeping continues. And why would this have film mode on it? Well, I do have a gimbal for this. Traxxas did make a gimbal for this drone, and the gimbal works really well. It's designed to house GoPro, which is what we're using on top of my head, and we're going to stand this way so the wind's to my back. And you could also, dude, you could put about just about anything on this. Q6 will fit underneath it. I've had the Q6 on this, and this is a brushless drone. Very little vibrations coming off this. And again, we're just kind of letting it sit there. Excellent drone. We're gonna just take this out a little bit. There is an app attached to this. It's a Bluetooth app. There is a Bluetooth pairing button on the back of this, or on the front. I think it's on the front. Let's see. We'll get this over here and look underneath it. So there, it stopped beeping. When it's beeping, that means you're below the point where it's going to hold or above the point where it's going to hold. And yes, there is a button right underneath there, which that's to pair a Bluetooth device. That is the Bluetooth device to pair that with your phone for the app, and then you could go in and change settings, make it faster, have a higher pitch rate, and all that stuff. It also records certain flight data as well. All in all, I love the look of this drone. I know I've probably told the story before on my channel, but these drones, the Monster Aton or Aton, it's Aton, I think. The Monster Aton was only available in gas stations. You had to buy Monsters. For every 2 you bought, you got a ticket in the bucket. And myself, that was at the time when I was drinking Monsters. My wife was drinking Monsters. Dude, we were buying Monsters left and right. So at least 2 to 3 times a day, we'd get a tip in a bucket. And I came in after they did the drawing, and I was told I won. Like, what? Yes, I won. And they handed me a poster. I'm like, yo, where's the drone? They're like, oh, you got second. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? Keep the poster, dude. Like, you just got my hopes up and shot them down. So after that, I hunted for this, dude. I got this under $100 on Marketplace. This came from Philadelphia, and the dude shipped it to me. The way we made the transaction was PayPal. PayPal is king. So that's how I was able to acquire this. And I have several aftermarket batteries for this because I really didn't want to go spend the money for the Traxxas battery. I have the highest Traxxas battery that you can get for this, which I believe is a 5,000 milliamp an hour. And it works well, but again, you're paying for the name. You're paying for that Traxxas name, you're paying for the Traxxas label. I just showed you the battery we're using now, and last time I had it out, got 21-minute flight time and did really well. And again, GPS lock working well. So I have different batteries for this. I've tested different batteries. I also have connections for different batteries because a lot of the other batteries did not come with the Traxxas connection because that's Traxxas connection. Not many other brands have put Traxxas connectors on their batteries for the simple fact it's Traxxas connection. As you can see, this flies really well, man. So I think what we're gonna do, we are going to turn it up a bit. We're gonna set this down. Bring it on over, bring it on over. And actually, before we set it down, I want to kind of get it sitting there. Get up close and personal with it. What up? What up, Traxxas? Such a sick drone, man. We're going to set it down. Look at the lights on the arms. I did do a night flight with this. I think the first time I flew it was a night flight. And we are just gonna set this down nice. And it just stops. So to kick up the speed, we are going to go one more. We're gonna go into fast. And again, and then the motors fire. We're gonna go up. And unlike in film mode, once you go up a little, it's gonna go up. In film mode, you have to go above 50%. So let's see what this got. Bam! It's got speed. That's what it's got. So this could be a sport flyer for you. And then again, the next rate, which I've never thrown in, is Acro, I believe, or to some sort really close to being Acro, if it's not complete Acro. And I haven't thrown in there just because I can't fly Acro really well, and something like this, I'd be easy to break. Love that punch. Punch City. Such a nice drone. To my knowledge, Traxxas has only made 2 drones, the Alias and the Aton, or Aton. It's Aton. J-drone, it's Aton. This and the Alias, and I have both of them. The Alias, I believe, would be something more along the lines to learn how to fly Acro. I think that has Acro in it, which essentially that's a GP Toys Trooper with Acro, or a U807 with Acro. The U807 and GP Toys Trooper share the same exact body style, but don't have the extra mode that it does. We're just gonna get this point blank here, and then we'll take off. 3, 2, 1. Insane. So much fun, man. And right now, we're not filming or anything. I'm just fun flying. I'm fun flying. I'm doing another test on these batteries, on the battery, because I I had this out once and I stamped it at a 21-minute mark. We want to see if it's going to perform consistently, especially after sitting for how long. I'm not sure when the last time I flew this was. It definitely was winter, so it was probably maybe a month or two, and battery kind of sat, which is the way I store my batteries. I'll fly it till the LVC hits, and then I'll bring it down, and if I'm not going to fly it anymore, I just leave it sit, and that's worked out really well for me as far as storing batteries. You guys know how many drones I have, and I'm cruising here, I'm really not sport flying. You guys know how many drones I have, and that's worked extremely well for me. So here we go. We'll do another one. 3, 2, 1, and pitch forward and punch. Yeah! So much fun, man. And the reason I have the legs on, this it looks a lot cooler without the legs on, but the reason I have the legs on is because I do have that gimbal that I was speaking of, and the gimbal actually slides onto the leg mounts. If you're gonna use a Q6, you'll have to just bump up on these arms right here. You'll have to put like little spacers. I use felt pads, sticky felt pads on it, just to bump it up a little bit. That way the Q6 isn't touching the ground, and then you can run it with the Q6, and it looks super cool without those legs on it. Legs kind of take away from the aerodynamic sport boat type look to it. There's a little buzz. Let's see about funnel action. We'll bring it in. We'll show you the yaw, and then we'll show you the funnel action. Bring it in here. And again, this is not in GPS mode, but you can see how well I'm able to control this. It's not bouncing all over the place. There's a little look at its yaw, and there's some funnel action for you. And I've had people ask me to show my hands when I'm doing stuff like that. With the hat cam, it's a little bit difficult to do. I do have a chest cam, but then I'd have to kind of integrate it. So we're gonna try to do a funnel. You go into your yaw and then go up to either any corner. Woo-wee! And you can control the height. I was just trying to go up because this does have a nice pitch rate on it. And if you are not going up and you're pitching, you might lose altitude and you might funnel into the ground. So again, I'll do that again. So to funnel, and this is on any drone. Left stick is your yaw, left and right. So let's go into a right yaw, and there's a funnel. That's how you do a funnel. And you can do that any direction. Just hit any of your corners, your bottom corners, your upper corners. If you go into your bottom corners though, that's gonna do a backwards funnel, which I'll show you again. If you go to your upper corners, it will do a front funnel. So we're gonna go into yaw, and then I'm going back. So now you're leading your funnel with your back. Funnels they're cool, they look cool, and that's how you do them. It's simply yawing on your left stick, left or right, and then if you want to do a front funnel, go up to your, let's see, go up to your 2 o'clock or your 11 o'clock position for a front funnel, and then go to your 5 o'clock or your 7 o'clock position on your right stick while yawing to go into a reverse funnel. Super nice flyer, smooth flyer. I've never had any issues with this drone at all. And 1, 2, 3, we're gonna pitch forward. Try to show you this. Pitch forward and punch, and the way you punch out is up throttle on the left stick. That's gonna give it more punch forward, because essentially we're pitching forward and we're trying to go up, so it's boosting forward, I guess, if you would say. Do that again. And again, I don't know if my hands are being caught on the GoPro. Hopefully they are. I'm trying to lift my hands up high enough. So punch forward, guys. We are going to pitch forward and then punch with your left stick. We're still punching. That's why it's moving so fast. You can go forward without punching forward, just by your right stick. But if you pitch forward with your right stick and go up on your left stick, you will get a stronger punch forward. See, we'll just go forward with the right stick, and it doesn't go as fast. We're gonna go forward with the right stick and punch. You could actually hear it too. You probably were able to hear that. Do a light punch upwards. 3, 2, 1, straight up. Yeah, buddy. Then make sure when you do that, you maintain your orientation, which I kept my orientation the same. I didn't spin it around. So the green LEDs on the back, on kind of like the spoiler of the drone, that's how you know you're back from your front. If you're facing this way and you don't see those the green LED bar, you know you're facing yourself, and then your controls are inverted. We'll do another punch. We'll come from the side and do it. That way you can see forward and then left stick up. Drone's hands are starting to get cold. It is just above freezing, and with the wind it makes it feel like it's freezing out. So we're gonna set this down. We're gonna put it in GPS mode. That way I can kind of monitor the time as well. Nice sit down. Should shut down, I think. Or maybe you gotta press this. Yes. Okay, so in film mode, you press it down below 50% and it stays down, it'll shut off. In fast mode, you actually have to press down and then hit your takeoff button to shut the motors down. We are going back into film mode, which we will press and hold that. Or I think just press it. Just press it, motors fire. And as you can see here, we're gonna go up 3%, 7%, 10%, it's not going up. 21%, 25%, still not going up. 41% and 50%, it lifts up. And that's right around the area you need to keep it. I'm at 43% and it's maintaining GPS hold. So that's right around where you need to keep it to have it hold GPS. If you go down a little bit further, it's going to go down. If you go up, it's going to go up. And it is fluctuating in altitude just a little bit because we have a little bit of wind. Let's see here. We are at 18-minute mark, guys. And I think we started at 2 or 3 minutes. You can verify that with the start of the video. I did a countdown on whatever minute mark it was. And we're just going to continue to fly this. I assume that within the next, let's see, 18 minus 2, 16. So we're looking at maybe like another 4 or 5 minutes of flight here. And if that's the case, this is a consistent battery. And I think last video I brought it down on the LVC warning, which is low voltage warning. I don't think I pushed the limits with it until it landed or returned to home. Yeah, fingertips are getting a little bit icy, guys. The sky's turning for the worst. And again, like I said, they're calling for rain. Hopefully it don't hit while I'm out here. Right where the drone is, let's see. Right where the drone is, you can see off in the distance some cloudage coming in. While we have this in GPS mode, we will bring it in. We'll try to get a nice up close and personal look with it. Kind of sitting right there. We're gonna step in a little bit of mud. Side profile is pretty cool too. Like I said, kind of has like a race boat look to it with that big spoiler and the flat body. turn it around. And again, that LED bar, the 4 LED lights in the back, is a good way to keep orientation too. Return home does work on this. I unintentionally tested that. What do we got? We got faster beeping going on, I think. Pretty sure when the lights on the back go, start blinking as well. We're gonna keep this close here because I'm looking at the RX battery and it's showing low. It's not saying low, but there's a little bar, kind of like a little bar graph that's getting pretty low on it. So what's this drone good for? 1, it's good to sport fly. 2, if you know how to fly acro, it's good to screw around with that and really get your blood pressure up. 3, film. This is a good film drone, man. The gimbal that came with this is a brushless gimbal and it works well. It holds the GoPro and you can get some epic stuff out of this. I've never really shot with this just because with those legs on it, it's really not portable for me. It's not a portable drone, so I really haven't taken it anywhere to do a shoot. So it's been kind of like a backyard flyer for me. Kind of come out here and just fly it. And also test with it. That way you guys know what batteries are compatible, what's a good battery, what type of flight times you're gonna get with this. Chilly, chilly. Right now we're kind of just buzzing around, cruising, trying to wear down that battery. Super nice flyer. And again, we're right above freezing temperature here, guys. So if you're down south and you got some warm weather and you have this battery, you could probably add another minute to 2 minutes, whatever we stop at here as far as the LVC goes. Looking at the back, we're still good to go, all green. I'm gonna look at my controller here. Oh yeah, it's showing that just about done. So that LVC should kick in. Low voltage warning should kick in any time now, I would think. We're just gonna let it sit there. We're gonna check the hat cam here. We are at 22:50, 22, almost 23 minutes. So that's either 21 minutes on the dot or 20 minutes, depending on where we started. And we're still going here. Again, the controller is showing right here, this bar here, down to nothing. So I'm assuming the drone's gonna tell me it's down to nothing here shortly. And I think one of the back lights changed then. Might be the far right light. Let me see if I can see here. Trying to see. Yeah, it might be the far right light that's gonna change. There we go. Let's see, did it change? Yep, it's blinking now. Now we'd probably have a couple more minutes to get this home, that it's in LVC, but we are going to drop it here. No reason to push the battery to its limits. And bring it over here and bam, stick the landing. Yep, we're in film mode, that shut off. And if you listen, not gonna do it because the blades aren't moving. It went dee dee dee, this went dee dee dee. And as you can see there, that information, the little eye, bam, that's low voltage. Guys, I'm J Drone, and again, this is one of the coolest looking drones, the monster Aton. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Have a wonderful day and take care. If you're gonna fly, fly safe.